Thank you very much for staying tuned on Y254 News. And tonight we're asking, what do you think are the causes of unstable relationships? And with me, I have very brilliant people who are going to help us understand what really causes all these instability in relationships. I'm going to start out with you, Sadra. You're a psychologist. So what really do you think you can look and try to identify a relationship that is not stable?
Okay. First of all, thank you for having me back, Y254, to be able to practice what I love most, what I'm passionate about, which is psychology. I think the causes, you're saying the causes for...
Not causes. I'm asking, sometimes we can look at a person and tell that this person is sick. What really can you look at, or what do you look out for in a relationship to identify that its stability is not okay?
Okay, in a relationship, first of all, I think there are people who believe that it's normal to be arguing in a relationship. I don't believe that. Like if you're constantly fighting, throwing things at each other, or every once in a while someone has a, a bump on their head, or a black eye, or a bandage on, that's not normal. I know there's some cultures that still believe till today that maybe a wife is, if she's beaten by the husband, that means that she's loved. I don't believe in that, and it's everyone knows it's not right. So those are little things to look at.
Okay, Kevin, what are your ideas or your opinions?
My opinions are like, first of all, I don't believe that when you hit someone, when husband hates a lady, it's right. I'm against that. But sometimes you find that in a relationship you end up arguing all the time, but wanasemanga wapenda nao ndio wapiga nao, something like that. Wagomba nao. Yeah, wagomba nao ndio wapata nao, na wagomba nao ndio wapenda nao, something like that. So you find sometimes in a relationship unapata kuna so many arguments, kuna so many disagreements, but when you ask that person to leave that person, like you ask the lady, why do you always have to fight? Leave him. She's like, no, I can't leave him. He's my all, he's my heart, he's my... Because, let me tell you, the reason why maybe sometimes they argue is because this other person, like the man, is trying to remove some what's the right word to use hapo? He's trying. Ni kama huyu mwanaume anataka kutoa nini fulani ndani ya mwanamke, makosa fulani, anamwambia no, I want you to be like this. You understand? And I believe that's one of the reasons why people argue so much in a relationship. But personally, I believe like this is the 21st century, unaona? This is the Y generation, una feel? So me yo design ya kushinda una argue na mna fight na mse, hiyo ni so much baggage for a relationship.
Okay.
You get? Yeah.
So, Sarah, for you being in a marriage, you definitely have ups and downs with your husband. There are those times inafika tu ni mwisho, you're like, what now do we do? You're not understanding each other. What really would you say the best ways you've tried to put in your relationship to make sure that easy arguments zote azifanyi eti mna separate or something like that?
Thank you for having me, Patricia. One, what I understand is we are not brought up in the same house, right?
It's true.
In different backgrounds, in different beliefs, in different systems. And then we bring both systems in one house to make another system. But before you make this your system, a nuclear system, you want the way you did it in your house to be done in your house. The way your husband used to do it in their house to be done in your house. Definitely there will be loggerheads. You will hit each other's head here, there. But there's some little things that we should put in mind. One, if you love me, you want the best for me, right?
It's true.
And if you love yourself, you do not hit yourself to show yourself that you love yourself.
It's true.
You even treat yourself better, right?
Yeah.
Then why not do that to the same person that you're saying that you love? As in, if you cannot hit yourself, why then hit this person that you say you love?
Okay, so now what can we say is the cause, or what can we say are the causes that really gets to a point in a relationship where it's like this thing maybe probably cannot work, or these two people in this relationship cannot fix it? What are the causes? What could be that big thing that can really make people get to a point whereby they're like, I don't think I can fix this, or it's hard for them to fix it by themselves?
I think number one, it should be violence. Definitely, there's violence in the relationship. You shouldn't stay, but most people stay for many different reasons, for the children, for financial, stability, for many
your own
different
self-esteem.
Yeah, because they have low self-esteem. There's many reasons why people stay in relationships, but they have, they feel bad about themselves. But number one, I feel the most important reason they stay is because they probably grew up in families where it is normal, fighting, alcoholism, it's normal for them. So they feel they end up maybe marrying or being in a relationship with someone who will be violent, same characteristic as the mother or the father. And I don't know, many people do not know this, but violence goes both ways. Domestic violence goes both ways. For men also are beaten up, hit, intimidated, but it's very rare for you to have a man come up to you and tell you, man, last night my wife did this to me, this bandage, you're not going to see that. It's very rare. In many communities and even in other cultures. It's not just here in Kenya, but men are not going to talk about it, but we know that they're...
Okay, so for you, Kevin, apart from violence, what other thing would you say is the cause of unstable relationships?
First of all, on behalf of my youth, unajua?
It's true. Yes, we have everyone represented.
So me personally, na feeling the reason most relationship inakuanga big causes is because from the day one, relationship kwanza out of good step. Unapata msee come through kwa relationship because kuna venye ana benefit. Unaget, unapata ana come through kwa relationship juu kuna vile anaangalia nikipata hii na hii, this 1 + 1 gives me 3. Unaelewa?
It's the better option here.
Man. So unapatanga kwa hii relationship things don't work out right. Unaget? So if unajua kwa hiyo relationship with wrong motives,
just don't stay.
It won't work first of all, because when you ulingia kwa hiyo relationship ulingia na another planning, na ulingia na another idea ya get something. You understand? So when you go through with something na motive flani, when I come to you, my main aim is to benefit from you, and I stop benefiting, I will turn. Unajua, change, unaget. But wewe maybe utakuwa put in your heart, umesha put in your feelings, because
mse mwingine ana motives huko hapo.
For genuine. So unapatanga so many my youth kama mimi unapatanga ninja umepata mrembo. Lakini huyo mrembo kidogo manze kuna vile anakuchanganya. Unaget. So manze kuna vile manze unaangukia mrembo unaona hii ni yenyewe. Lakini sasa you love the lady genuinely from the heart, but she's like, I have to be with this guy because one, he looks good,
he has money,
he's like a trophy boyfriend. You understand? Mimi nimekuwa kwa such situation, mtu kuna because una look fresh, but like utani represent kwa mabest zangu, but unapata genuinely, what if this is not here? What if all that is not there? You'll not be with me. Unaelewa? So unapatanga, and the problem, people say men learn how to love, which is very true. Mimi naweza patana na mdem ni mhale, we bonga nini, and then at first I will not be feeling like the right thing. I'll be like, I'm vibing, I'm chilling. In
time, you see their character, what they're doing.
With time, ladies by them, I'm sorry to say, but they're very good at pretending, my guy. They are very good at showing you. Let me tell you.
No,
I'm just saying. A lady can, manze dem anaweza kupatia heaven on earth.
It's putting your best foot forward. As in, you do not want to be known the worst of you the very time we are dating.
Me personally, most guys when they come through, like mimi naongelea mayouth wa pale nimetoka, tukikamingi through kwa hii kitu manzo unaambianga mrembo niaje hivi na hivi ndio venye kuko, mimi hapa ndio naweza fika, hapa ndio siwezi fika, but at least cause mimi ni ninja, mimi ni lion, lazima nijaribu juu chini kuplease mrembo. But when it comes to her, she's like ako like, you can give me this and this and this, okay sawa, but inafikanga point pia kinaumana. Sasa kikiumana anaanza unapata na drift, anaendea lion mwingine, so akiendea lion mwingine mimi naumia. So that's where you get men we easily react to our feelings, like when we get hurt, si overreact sana. Sisi ujazwa when feelings control, ushaisikia men are very hard to control their feelings. That's why unasikianga men can have I don't know if I can say this word on TV. Men can have sex, like can make love with no feelings attached. But
That's
also
not making love, that's just sex.
yeah, thank you. I can say sex. Okay,
Yes.
sawa. Men can have sex with no feelings attached. It's true. That's fact. But when that's why you feel men hawajuangi kujicontrol. A lady can easily seduce a man to having sex than a man can seduce a lady. You understand? It's so easy for a man to be seduced to have sex. So unapatanga we don't know how to control our temper, our emotions. So when such a thing inakuapenia dema kikufanya hivyo akikuhatio level, unapatanga umeenda up umedo so many stuff man. Hata you can kill the chick man.
Yeah.
Unaget?
And now that is what really made me feel so bad when I was trying to look around this topic, because unapata it gets to a point whereby because a man cheated or because a woman cheated or there was a problem in the relationship that could not be solved, people end up killing each other.
Yeah.
And it's very sad. And coming to you, Sarah, as a person who's in a marriage, what really do you think that these people can do, or people who are in marriages and people who are in relationships can really try to, what ways would they use to solve issues, to make sure that I feel ile point enye the person that you loved, that you had so much love for, is the same person that you're going to kill?
You know, for one, people say the line between love and crazy is very thin.
Thank you. Very true.
It's very thin. So the one you love most always is the one that hurts you most.
Definitely.
And knowing that, you should be aware of this. Now, you know your breaking point. Don't wait for the other person to get to your breaking point. You know your breaking point. Ukijua umenjamisha nasikia tu pressure imepanda, nasikia tu kuchukua kitu nimhit, walk out. Don't wait until it's him or her you're hitting. Just walk out, go breeze off, and then come back and talk about it. The same to the other party. As in, don't wait until it comes. If you love this person this much, don't wait until it breaks out of proportion. But from the word go, one thing we should know is, how was it change him say?
It's true.
The way you got this person, the way you love them, they are the same people. So with their bad and their good, you loved them, right? So niwuje ubaya wao and you embrace them as they are. Hakuna mtu ako perfect. Ara mimi nina mawoes zangu as much as he has his woes. As he has received me with my negativity, I should do the same for that other person. And one thing that I read or I study from you is that you have anger issues. So when you get angry, why should I sit there and wait until you hit me or you pick something and hit me for me to see what's going on? See, I just walk out respectfully. Because one language men understand of love is equals to respect. So you don't walk out ile madhara ya jiongelesha, talk to the hand, blah blah man. You'll be hit straight, man.
By the way, very true. And I can I add a point on
Yeah,
that?
yeah, true.
Yeah, unapatanga sometime unapatanga uko kwa in an argument, sawa? Ni situation. Sasa lion anaongelesha ule mrembo. So unasikia anamwambia anaongelesha lioness, kumbe unatambua. So unapata lion anaongelesha lioness. Na lioness ana kichwa, anataka kukuonyesha venye anajua. Unamwambia nini? Sasa you find that when two people go up, you never find a common understanding.
Hakuna mtu mmoja anaona sense. Everyone is looking for emotion.
Submit. So unapatanga so many times. Okay, for men we don't know. For a man to submit, it's really hard.
It's not a place of the man to submit. The Bible has ordered women
to submit.
Amen.
Yes.
Oh Jesus, preach sister now. Now
Okay.
you're talking.
And the man understands the language of submission. You submit to a man and he will love you back.
Definitely.
Because it's after the woman was told to submit, the man was told to do what? To love. Now, no wonder I concurred with him when he said, a man learns how to love.
Very true.
But the moment you submit, the moment you become that good girl, that man will fall for you head over heels and he'll give you everything you ever wanted and
Very
needed.
true. You know, I can also add to that. When a man, hata ukoseaje mwanaume, but when he's akama akubust. Me, I always ask for three things. Just be honest, be transparent, and never lie to me. You understand? That's the only three things I ask when I get in a relationship. So when a man anapatanga umemkosea and he confronts you, and then you submit, you say, anyway, baby, I'm sorry, this happened.
And not for the sake of saying I'm sorry.
Not for the sake of just saying it, but you mean it.
Yeah.
He will never, let me tell you, a real man will never raise a hand and hit you when you do that. He definitely inakuanga ni automatically, he will be like, then why did you do it?
Okay.
Hata yeye atakuwa mpole, hata yeye atafeel atafeel enye mbona ulifanya bas babe.
Okay, now, so for Sadra, we know in all these relationships whereby there are all these weird things happening, where there are fights happening, there are kids involved. So what can parents do to make sure that when they're having a misunderstanding, when they're fighting, if you really have to draw that glass on the other side of the room, what really can you do to make sure that all these things don't affect your children?
First of all, if you see that the situation is escalating to a level where you want to throw things and there's children in the home, I mean, not everybody lives in a huge ass home,
It's true.
you know, so walk away. If you can walk out,
Yeah,
go take a walk
please.
somewhere, do it if possible. But if you cannot, maybe ask the kids to go to a room somewhere and try and fight without having to shout at each other. Because even just shouting, not even hitting each
Yeah,
other,
yeah.
even
Yeah.
just shouting
Affects the
children. And you'll notice there's a lot of people even in their, as grown up as we are, when they hear shouting, they flinch. You'll meet such people, or you know, they flinch because they're used to that in their home where they came from. You know, violence does not just involve just hitting each other. It involves yelling and many other things. And I'd like to talk about, you know, like you were discussing earlier, the murder that's going on right now.
Yeah,
Murder,
people killing
sometimes
each
murder,
other, yeah.
suicide. You know, finances. Right now in the economy is really bad. People want to take out their frustrations on each other. So if this person is asking you for money for unga or whatever, and you don't have, you know you don't have, and you're frustrated, you've lost your job, your business is gone, so you just take it out on your spouse or someone that you love. Or some people even take it out on their children.
It's
you know,
true.
they
Yeah,
beat up
people have
their
also
children.
killed kids.
Yeah.
during
Like
these,
today there was a story, I had a story on radio that a police guy that killed the wife and the kid. And I'm like,
It's so sad. Because this child does not even know what really happened.
what is going on?
They don't even understand life.
don't
So
know.
it's very sad.
Sometimes,
so what
though-
really now do you think, as we wind up because time is not on our side, I want Kevin and Sarah to give us 1 point each. What do you think now can be done in these relationships? Talk to a couple out there that is going through so much struggles, either you're dating or you're married. What really do you think? What advice would you give to them to make sure that they don't get to that point whereby they're hurting each other?
First of all, I like to tell them, usiingie kwa relationship with the bad motive. If you know you are there for the bad motive, end it while it's still early. You know, there's no way a man, a lion, and as I invest 7 years in a relationship and then just wake up one day and like I'm gone. Unajua? It doesn't
You and
happen,
lion.
man. Haiwezi happen. That's when I'm feeling you fika point in a person say, I'm invest 7 years and other resources in your life, and then now you're like, I'm leaving and I have another guy.
Wait,
and
hata dem ameinvest, hujakuwa ukiinvest
no, let me
solo.
tell you one
As
thing.
in,
Ni kweli umeinvest, but let me ask you a question. If I come to your life, I'm a guy,
Yes,
so
yes.
you're a lady,
Yeah.
and then I spend time with you, and then after 3 years or 4 years, I'm like, you know what? I don't feel this is working. I'm
if I
gone.
don't feel it, I don't feel it. Why should I force myself into
I
it?
think,
Let me ask you one
If it was
thing.
genuine, it's okay to leave instead of staying in a relationship where probably you feel like 5 years or going for another 1 year.
Let me tell you one thing.
Yeah,
If a relationship is genuine, hauwezi kaa in a relationship for 3 years. Now it's genuine. Now upate ama 5 years. Now upate you don't want to spend your life with the person.
Unaweza.
Sometimes,
possible.
I think
Unaweza.
sometimes it
It's
takes
very
you to have to
possible.
go through the journey to know.
To
My
understand-
my friend, in
to
the
understand
next,
that you're going to go
in the next
further.
7 years I'll be that. Unaniambia unaniacha. Really? Well,
And that is not at all. At you should.
And people
let me
even
tell
get
you-
married at
let me
70.
tell you, my vision, my planning is that when I get to 30, I need to have my first kid. You
My friend,
understand?
that's your plan. God's plan is another plan altogether.
Can I just say something?
Please say something. Don't
Before
make
even
me.
get into the relationship, or you're just boyfriend girlfriend, you've been dating for just a few days, and
Thank you.
someone decides there's something called red flags.
Yeah.
Someone just you get, you know, maybe you get to the date late and someone just lands a slap on you. That's called a red flag. Know that that's
Get
not gonna
out.
stop.
Thank
Get
you.
You just
out
have to
now.
Get out.
Thank you.
Only gonna get worse.
Thank you.
Worse.
Now I'm going to add on that.
So you don't wait until you have
Oh,
children,
Jesus.
until
Yeah.
it's too late and
I'm going to add on
Early
that.
on.
Ali is everything.
Yeah.
You can't be with a guy for more than a year honestly na una feel this guy doesn't make you come, you know, for 2 years. Let me add something before
violence is not
I'm
physical.
not talking about violence.
But we have emotional.
Me, I'm talking about the boy child. Unapatanga boy ameangukia
Ni
mrembo.
boy child sijui ni mbana nini nowadays. Everything boy child.
Let's say you're
Stand up and be counted.
in a relationship with a girl.
Let me tell you.
She starts going through your phone.
Miaka mbili kwa lion ni miaka 40.
But now, okay, let me ask you now. You've said you can't invest 7 years in a relationship, and then the chick tells you she wants to invest. What about now? You've invested in the 7 years, but unaona tu hata sasa it's not the lady who is not feeling it. You're the one who's not feeling
Wacha
it.
nikwambie, lion, well, let me tell you the truth. No.
You've invested 7 years, or are
Let
you
me tell you
going
the
to leave
truth.
and look for better?
Let me tell you.
See bank, my
A
friend.
lion can never invest more than 2 years somewhere he's not sure.
No, I don't
kama kuna
think
kitu
so.
anaendea.
First of all,
Kama kuna kitu ameendewa na hajapewa. He will
lion.
stay.
Let me talk to my lions out there. Lions, tweet this, my lions. Lions, mtweeti kitu. Because let me tell you the fact. This is the fact. A guy can never invest more than 2 years.
He will.
Okay.
If he wants that thing and is not been given,
Let me tell you one thing.
Lions. So I want Sarah to wipe this dinner because I think we just have to find another day and talk about this lion. Sarah, I want you to just give one sentence and tell people, is it okay when things are not okay in the relationship? Is it okay to invite a third party?
yes.
Why?
You do not have all the answers. Someone else knows better. Someone else has gone through much more than you have gone through. You're not alone. You do not have the worst case scenario. There is a worst case scenario. So yes, call that third person.
Okay, so I think this was very, very, very okay, and I think we're just going to find another time and continue this conversation. I think after the lions are going to
Boy child wende therapy.
Boy child atuende therapy. Wacha nikwambie ukweli. Boy child tunaumizwa. Juu kitu ya kwanza, boy child hawezi kaa miaka 3 kwa kitu yenye. Wacha nikwambie, when a boy child gives it, by the way, this is the last parting shot. I'm sorry for taking time. When a boy child, let me tell you the truth. When a boy child gives 3 years in something, wacha nikwambie, we are never there for the cookie. 3 years si cookie tu. Cookie you can get hata hapa nje ukitembea.
You've been given every other thing is kwa cookie. You will follow that cookie.
Let me tell you, unaonanga, a chick that holds it for a guy and a guy still stays there, that guy has another vision for that chick. Wacha niwaambie ukweli.
If vision I accumulate 7 years I come.
Wacha tu. We will find another day. Hii kitu ni oh Jesus.
I want to hear more.
Okay, now this is what we've all had tonight is, if you're not ready for a relationship, please don't go and
it's not for boys and girls.
And you can always invite a third party if you feel that you and your partner have gotten to the end of the road. Don't just mess up or do bad things that are going to hurt you in the future or hurt your kids. Thank you very much for being with me. We're going to really look for another day.
Definitely.
And for everyone who tuned in today to watch us at Y254 News, thank you very much and do have yourselves a very good evening.
Ciao.
Asante sana for having me, man.
Boy child
Boy child tumia bana. Hapana si mchezo bana.